Hello, this is Justina from colorkeelycrochet.com and welcome to my crochet heart shawl. Well, I wanted to create a crochet heart stitch, and this is what I came up with. This gray is actually a very nice gray color. The sun today seems to be a bit yellowish, so maybe it gives it a slight yellow tinge to the appearance of this yarn, but it's like cement color, a concrete color. It's like modern, urban. It's nice. So for this pattern, I'm using a 9mm hook and Lion brand Vanna's Choice in scarlet and pale gray. This shawl is approximately 12 inches wide and 76.5 inches long. You start with, for the shawl, you start with a base chain of, and you make 25 rows of repeating the pattern that I'm going to show you. I've used 3 pale gray balls of yarn and 2 scarlet. So I'm going to make a swatch, and this pattern is a multiple of, so I'm gonna make maybe, and these are the bobbles, and we have a bobble edge border which is the same as these rows. So once you made your base chain, single crochet in the second chain from hook and single crochet next in the second chain from hook, then single crochet in next stitch 2 times, and the first row is where straight away we're making bobbles. Our bubble for this pattern is a double crochet 4 together, so complete yarn over and make up a partial double crochet in the next stitch. Partial meaning you stop before you yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops, and make 4 of these partial double crochets, and then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook, and single crochet in the next stitch 3 times. So single crochet in the next stitch once, single crochet in the next stitch twice, single crochet in the next stitch 3 times, and repeat double crochet 4 together, which I will call a bobble from now on. So a bobble in the next stitch and 3 single crochets, bobble, etc. So at the end of row 1, after you made your last bobble, you should make 3 single crochets. And row 2 is gray as well, so chain 1, turn, and single crochet in the same stitch and in every stitch. Before you complete the last stitch, we're going to change the color. So I worked out a way to change color leaving no tails, without any tails. So the way I do this is I leave a tail that I can work with. I'm going to be making a magic knot right here. So I'm going to take the new color and make a loose enough knot, simple knot, that I can maneuver and push right next to the base of the yarn tail. Then I'm going to tighten it as much as I can. Then I'm going to take the yarn tail of the old color and make a simple knot around the long tail of the new color, and make it loose and maneuverable at first, or so you can no okay so make it loose so you can, as you pull on the tail, you can maneuver it right next to the red knot, the first knot, and then when you're close enough, tighten it as much as you can. And now hold your hook and pull by the long end of the new color. Pull as much as you can, and you have secured this knot as much as you can. So to me, it means I can cut the yarn tails without worrying that they will unravel, because I've done the best I can to secure them, just secure the yarn. So complete the last single crochet, and you're pulling up the new color. So row 3 is chain 3, turn and double crochet in the same stitch, chain 1, skip 2 stitches, this is third, and make 3 double crochets in the third stitch, chain 1, and now skip 3 stitches and make 3 double crochet in the fourth stitch. So your repeat is, so we chain 1, we skip 3, and we make 3 double crochets in the fourth stitch. After you've made your last 3DC cluster, you end the repeat with a chain 1, and we're skipping 2 stitches and making a double crochet in the last stitch. And row 4 is in red as well, so we chain 3 and double crochet in the same stitch. Now we're going to make a cluster that is a double crochet 3 together over the space under the chain 1 and the next 2 stitches. So you yarn over and insert the hook into the space under the chain 1 and partially complete your double crochet, and then yarn over and another partial crochet in the next stitch, and yarn over and another partial double crochet in the next stitch. And now you yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook. Then chain 1 and make a double crochet 2 together over the same stitch and the next stitch. So partially complete double crochet, inserting the hook in the same stitch, and partial double crochet in the next stitch, and this is your second cluster. And this is, and repeat from here. So double crochet 3 together over the chain, the space below chain 1, the next stitch, and the next stitch, and yarn over, pull through all loops. Now chain 1 and double crochet 2 together over the same stitch and the next stitch. And this is what forms the heart. So again, double crochet 3 together over the space below, and the next 2 stitches, chain 1 and double crochet 2 together over the same stitch and the next stitch. So after you've made your last heart at the end of the row, we are simply going to make a double crochet to the top of chain 3. And next row is gray, so I'm gonna change color just like before. So just before I'm due to yarn over and pull through for the last time to complete the stitch, I'm gonna change the color like before. So row 5 is chain 3, turn, and double crochet in the space below the same stitch because it looks a bit stretched out and messy and we want it to look pretty. And now we're just simply making 2 double crochets in the space, each space between the clusters. So the first cluster is here, so just in order to stop yourself from automatically wanting to complete this as a granny stitch and make 3 into space, I usually just count 1 and 2. So to remind myself, 1, 2, 1, 2, and keep going until the end of the row. So at the end of the row, after you've made your last 2 double crochets after the last heart, now just make a double crochet to the top of chain 3. Next row is chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, and in every stitch, and single crochet to the top of chain 3 as well. So the last row of the pattern repeat is row 7. So chain 1, turn, single crochet in the same stitch, and single crochet in the next stitch 2 times, and double crochet 4 together, which is a bobble in the next stitch, and single crochet in the next stitch 3 times. So this is your repeat for this row. Bobble, 3 single crochets, bobble, 3 single crochets. So we're completing the row after the last bobble by making 3 single crochets in the last 3 stitches. So from here you would be going back to row 2 to start repeating the pattern. And row 2 was chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch and in every stitch. And after that, this, and so on. So this is your pattern repeat. And when you've made 25 rows of your shawl, so I made 4 rows of hearts and the last row of bobbles. Then when we make the border, the edge, we face the wrong side of your shawl and we start by making chain 3, so you can leave the yarn and not cut it when you finish your shawl. And we're making 2 double crochets into behind every double crochet post and 1 double crochet behind every single crochet row post. So but to start we're gonna make double crochet in the same stitch as the chain 3. So 1 double crochet for the rows with single crochets, the ended or started with single crochets, and 2 posts of double crochet behind every double crochet post. So your first row of the edging looks something like this, and this is to mimic the 2 daisy clusters we made here, so that it all looks kind of uniform. And the next row of border is we are repeating row 6, which is chain 1 and single crochet in the same stitch and in every stitch, and single crochet to the top of chain 3. And the last row of the border is chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, and a bobble in the next stitch, then single crochet in the next stitch 3 times, bobble, 3 single crochets, bobble, and so on. And that gives you a nice edge. That's it, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!